Pleasant good afternoon, everyone. It's Gregarious Drivers here. Coming to you on location here in Pembroke, North Carolina. The wonderful little town of Pembroke, North Carolina, home of University of North Carolina at Pembroke, or sometimes people call it Pembroke. Right? Oh man. Talk about a blind spot. I got this old phone booth right in my freaking way. I mean, literally right in my freaking way, you know? Tell you, traffic for this little town is off the freaking cuff, man. It's terrible, you know? It's you know, need to widen this road or something, man. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, the purpose of this video, well, it's twofold. The first thing we're going to do is I'm going to do my buffet review of Fuller's Barbecue here, we just got done eating here in Pembroke, and we're also doing a driving tour of NC Route 711, which is kind of weird because here in North Carolina, there's right now a lot of 7-Elevens around here. It's Sheetz, Speedway, and a little bit of Circle K. Not too many 7-Elevens around in the state. Hope you can hear me though. It's a pretty warm day here in early March here in North Carolina. You got up to close to 70 today. Might even be over 70. But Piggly Wiggly, you see a lot of them down here in Robeson County, also the east part of the state. Not so much west part of the state. Definitely east part of the state for Piggly Wiggly. So anyway, let me get to my review. T-Valley, one of my old friends way back in the day, back in the early 90s when I was in elementary school playing T-ball, one of my good friends, her dad had a T-Valley hat. Looks just like that logo. Anyway, oh my gosh, this is Walmart up here. Tell you, this is actually a pretty happening place. The traffic here is, I mean, that street really backs up. They really need to widen it or do something. They already got a freeway bypass, you know, Highway 74. But anyway, the buffet. Let me review the buffet. Fuller's Barbecue. They've been around since the year I was born, 1986. The original location is out in Fayetteville by I-95, and then they have another location over West Fayetteville, over towards the town of Rayford. This is the location I ate at this afternoon was, man, $2.19. That's ridiculous. Right, give gas. Anyway, that's got to be the world's largest True Valley Hardware. Wow. Anyway, sorry, I'm trying to do three things. I'm driving too. But anyway, the location I ate this afternoon was the Pembroke. This location opened just two short years ago, and I don't know if you saw it at the beginning of the video, but the place looks like one of those old southern farmhouses. Yeah, old southern farmhouses. It reminds me of a place down near Ocean City, Maryland, a little town called Bishopville. There's this restaurant. The name of it escapes me, but the restaurant looks a lot like what Fuller's Barbecue place looks like. It's a 2-story Southern Colonial. The weird thing about this particular restaurant was they use like half of the first floor for the restaurant. Everything else is like either meeting rooms or it's their catering business. So anyway, the buffet. Get in there. The price. I had dinner. I got there a little after 4. Okay, the hours are, they're open Monday every day except Sunday, 11 in the morning till 9 at night. Okay? On Sundays, they're open from 11 till 4 in the afternoon. That's it on Sundays. You show up at 4:01, sorry about your luck. Lunch during the week is Monday through Friday from 11 till 4 is $8.99. And if you want to get a beverage, it's another $2.49. So by the time you add tax and the beverage, you're looking at close to about right around $12. Okay. Dinner, which I had tonight, is Monday through Friday, 4 to 9. All day Saturday, all day Sunday, $10.99. You want to add beverage? Another $2.49. I had sweet tea, so yeah, another $2.49. By the time you add sales tax and everything else, you're paying $14.41, which seems a little high, but keep in mind that Golden Corral, it was like a year ago now. I think that was the last time I actually had dinner at Golden Corral. I've had lunch before that, but dinner at Golden Corral is going to run you $17-18. Chinese buffet, you're probably going to pay about the same price as Fuller's for dinner. Right, with the beverage probably around $14-15. So yeah, it seems a little high, but believe it or not, in $20 that's about average for a dinner buffet. Unless you go to Myrtle Beach, then you're going to pay $35-40, but you're going to have triple the selection. Golden Corral, you're going to pay about $3 more, but you're going to have double the selection. This buffet, I really like. Okay, they really did a good job with this space. Okay, you walk in, you have the little hostess stand. Okay, of course you pay for your buffet ahead of time, obviously. You do that. Okay, yeah, okay. Of course, you tell the girl at the counter what you want to drink, and usually by the time you're seated with your first plate of food, your drink is right on the table. Now, I will say that this buffet, they really did a great job of making sure that my glass of sweet tea never got more than halfway empty. They did a fabulous job with that, and to be honest with you, if money wasn't so tight with me right now, I'd probably give my waitress a $5 tip. But instead, I gave her like $1.50. But yeah, I just so yeah, if money was no object, I'd definitely give a bigger tip. So also the seats. Okay, my big thing about the other two buffets that I've reviewed, McCall's and the Buffet-Pembroke restaurant, the seating area seems like you're sitting on top of each other. At Fuller's, this was not the case. Okay, they had booths, and then they had a lot of little. But they put me on like one side. They had booths. The other side where they put me, they had a row of tables. Okay, and the tables were facing like diagonal. Okay, and there was plenty of room to get around. It was great. Plenty of room to get around. You feel like you could spread out. I could spread out, read the newspaper, eat, and not worry about somebody being like, right next to me on top of me, which I can't stand. Okay. Le Buffet. Okay. Compared with McCall's and Buffet-Pembroke, the selection was a lot better. What I think you need to know, if you've been to enough of these family-run, these small business buffets, what you have to understand is the selection, unless you go down to Myrtle Beach to a seafood buffet, what you have to understand about these little family-run buffet places here is the selection is never going to be as good as Golden Corral. Not even close. Okay? Quality of the food is a little bit better, I would say. However, I did have to take, there were couple things that bothered me. That's why I'm not going to give them a perfect Fuller's a perfect score. The mac and cheese was pretty good. It had the right balance of cheese and macaroni. However, when I tasted it, it tasted very good. However, the temperature of it was like room temperature. It was like it had been sitting there since they opened at 11 this morning. So the green beans are from a can, but I'm the kind of person, I like the canned green beans. And of course, they doctor them up a little bit with a little bacon or what have you. Pork fat probably too. As we come into Lumberton. And the mashed potatoes, also very good, but they were instant. So if you're not into instant potatoes, remember they have that unique taste always to them. If you're not into instant potatoes, then, well, don't get the mashed potatoes there. Okay. Another thing I have to say is when I got the potatoes, there was no gravy next to the potatoes. It was like yams and black-eyed peas and something else of that caliber. So I had to go down almost to the entire buffet bar, and they did have some Salisbury steak and gravy on the buffet, which I'm glad about that. Now, the buffet was organized perfectly, okay? They had a hot bar of nothing but meats, okay? And meats and biscuits and hush puppies, okay? And then they had a whole entire buffet bar of vegetables, starches, that sort of thing, okay? And then they had a dessert bar / salad bar, and then they had another little mini dessert bar of what you call banana pudding, strawberry shortcake, jello, some sort of jello dessert, and that sort of thing. So everything was nice and organized, and all the buffet bars had their own unique place. It was not anything like McCall's or Okefenokee, where you have, at McCall's, you're like, the area's so narrow. You got to wait for a little skinny grandma to get her salad. You got to wait for her for 10 minutes before you get to the hot, mashed potatoes. So, yeah. What else am I going to tell you? Okay, so the mac and cheese, yeah, not so great temperature-wise. The potatoes were not right next to the gravy. Doesn't make any sense to me. The other thing I have to take a point off for was, I would say, what am I saying? Crap, lost my train of thought. Okay, the meats. You could have any meat or seafood you wanted at this buffet, but it had to be fried. Fried shrimp, fried fish, fried chicken. They had pulled pork barbecue, okay. Of course, that was Eastern North Carolina style. It was not the Texas kind of style or West Carolina. There was no barbecue sauce on the table. They had Texas Pete and ketchup and everything else. What else? They had baked chicken, fried chicken. They had, I think it was pork parts or chitterlings or something, but it was really good. I'll tell you that. It tasted like pork something. But no barbecue chicken, no barbecue ribs. Let's go, honey. Let's see. Come on. Let's see. No. Yeah, it was just basically, you could get baked chicken, you get pulled pork barbecue, but or you get chitterlings, or anything else was fried. And that, unfortunately, I'm sorry to say, is pretty much par for the course for, wow, look at that reckless driver. Anyway, that pretty much is par for the course for this, pretty much all your little mom and pop southern buffets, unfortunately. There's too much fried food and not enough emphasis on barbecue. Or they'll say barbecue and seafood, but all the seafood they serve is fried, And I know they probably do that to keep the price down, but still, So, what grade would I give this restaurant? I would have to say that it is going to get a passing grade. Yes, I will definitely come back sometime. Good selection. Price is average. Okay. It's not a great deal, but it's not, I don't feel like I'm being ripped off either. It's about market price. Very good service as far as keep my drink, my iced tea glass nice and filled. All in all, I'd have to give it an 8 out of 10. Okay, yeah. Because when you think about it, an 8 out of 10 is what, an 80. An 80 is a B. B is good. It could have been outstanding, but it wasn't. It could have been just kind of average, but no. It because they had a pretty good selection, because the service was pretty good, yeah, I'm going to give it definitely a 8 out of 10. Locklear Street, home of Heather Locklear. Anyway, just driving through Lumberton here. I'll just continue because I've never been through the downtown area of Lumberton before. I will tell you that much. We're here in Robeson County. Robison. I think they call it Robeson, but if you wanted to pronounce it Robeson, you certainly could do that. Let's see. Let's go over here. So, anyway. Merge right. Okay. This is Lumberton. Believe it or not, the population of Robeson County is actually over 100,000. Doesn't seem like it, but yeah, there's 100,000 people. This is the county just south of Cumberland County, Fayetteville area. This up here is the Lumber River. Of course, we see the big courthouse up here. I believe that is what it is. So, some information about this county. This is a majority county. It is comprised of, majority of people here are of the Lumbee Indian tribe. Now, of course, if I had a coworker of mine who was actually Native American, and you would definitely be remiss, because a lot of Native Americans, they look very Caucasian. So yeah, you would be. By the way, it's like the 5th roundabout I've been to today. They really like roundabouts as part of the state. Let's see. Anyway, so this county used to be a strong Democrat county. However, in 2016, it flipped Republican for the first time in a long time, probably a good 50 to 100 years at least. Oh, good, we're on Carthage Road. That's exactly the road we need to be on. Thank you, Lord. So we kind of just barely skirted the downtown area, and maybe some other time I'll come down here and just do what I sometimes do and drive around. Joyce Britt, that name sounds familiar. I don't know if, because the Brits are a very, like when I was growing up in Maryland, you heard the Naggles, that was a big name up there, and some other ones. When I was in Wilmington, the Cameron family. But, yeah. Oh my gosh, this guy's actually going to pull right out in front of me. tell you, Lumberton, y'all are something else with your drivers, man. Goodness gracious. Phew. I mean, you couldn't wait another half second. It's crazy. But anyway, there was a Joyce Britt who probably 3 or 4 years younger than me was the chair of the Bladen County Republican Party. Okay, so you can just get gas. Okay, it wasn't ass anyway. But yeah, so I don't know if that's her. I think Danny Britt is a state representative in this area. So yeah. So let's see. Okay, so now this is where we need to be. God, please don't rear end me, alright? Hold your horses. Whew, man, that's quite a grade there, I will say. Quite a grade. Oh my gosh, look at this pothole. So the Lumberton Lions Club is where we'll be here. Anyway, so here we are.